do you form a habit? Well, it's easy, and I'm going to tell you how to form a habit today. Coming from a psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner, I'm going to give you the easiest way to develop a habit. After speaking to thousands of patients, one of their main complaints is that they have a hard time getting out of the bed. They have a hard time with discipline. They have a hard time with staying motivated. And they always ask me, hey, Keldrika, hey, how do I stay motivated? How do I stay disciplined? I just don't have the motivation to do these things. Even with being on antidepressants, even with being on the medication to help improve the motivation, they still ask for help in those areas. How do you develop a habit? Doing it and doing it and doing it again. Doing it and doing it and doing it well. Doing it and doing it and doing it better. Doing it and doing it and doing it scared. Doing it and doing it and doing it and still showing up. Doing it and doing it and doing it and still don't know. Doing it and doing it and doing it. Oh, I got it. So when you ask me, how do I get motivated? How do I stay disciplined? You just do it and do it and do it again. That's all it is, folks. I'm not sure if you were thinking that I was going to have some secret formula, some secret recipe, but the recipe is that you need to do it and do it and do it again and do it again after that. That's the only way. And I know you're saying, oh, but I don't have the energy. You don't get it. I don't understand. How would I even get the energy to even get out of bed and do this thing? You don't get it. You don't get it. I have so much going on. You don't get it. I have this diagnosis. You don't get it. I don't understand. I do get it. And what you have to get is that no matter what, you still have to get up and do it and do it and do it again. You get that? Do it and do it and do it again. You're going to be horrible first. You're going to be embarrassed first. It's going to be messy first. You're going to misspeak first. You're going to say the wrong thing first. But you have to be willing to pay that embarrassment tax. And you don't want to be embarrassed. You don't want to feel like you don't know it all. You don't want to feel like, oh, well, they're going to look at me and they're going to say these things. Who cares? You're not comfortable with your identity. You're not comfortable knowing who you are and standing firm in who you are, because if you did know those things about yourself, then whatever people say about you does not matter. So you stay disciplined and you stay motivated by repetition, repetition, repetition. And when you start doing it, you'll start figuring out, okay, well, since I am doing this thing, since I am in the process of doing this thing, then all of a sudden I have more answers now, because now, since I'm doing it in this reality, I'm able to see evidence of things that can actually work and help develop this thing that I'm working on. If I didn't start doing this thing over and over and over again, I'll still just be sitting here in fear, wondering when, wondering how, wondering what if. But I don't have to wonder what if I just do what? Get up and do it. I don't ever have to worry about what if I just do what? Get up and do it. Do it scared, do it messy, do it not knowing, just do it. If I get up and do it no matter what, then I don't have to worry about that fear. You get that? You're sitting in fear for 5 years, 10 years, 20 years saying, well, I don't know. I'm just fearful. I don't know what's going to happen if I do that thing. And you've wasted 10 of your good years thinking about that thing that you're afraid of. Well, you can just do that thing and do it. And if you do it bad, so what? Guess what? At least you're not sitting there ruminating for another 10 years. At least you can break that thought loop finally. Now, you might start another one because you might have to reaffirm that addiction to whatever it is that you're ruminating on. But in this case, to gain the discipline, to gain the consistency, you have to do it no matter what. No matter what, do it. Nike told you a long time ago, do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. You just got to do it. And if you're scared, then it's never going to happen. If you're scared and you're allowing that fear to prevent you from doing that thing that's going to get you near to the other thing that you really want, my dear, you're going to fail. Oh, well. How do you start going to the gym? You just said the answer in the sentence. You literally just answered your own question in the sentence. How do I start going to the gym? How do I start? You start. How do I start doing my makeup every day? You just said it. You start. How do you start? Do you ever sit there and ask yourself every morning, how do I brush my teeth? You just brush your teeth. How do I put on my underwear? You just put on your underwear. How do I start going to the gym? You go to the gym. How do I start recording content and making videos? You start by recording content and making videos. And I know you'll pay thousands of dollars to hire the top mentor or whoever you find on the internet, but I'm telling you right now, you just start. Now, you might have some things that's preventing you mentally from starting. You might have some blocks there. You might have a fear of being seen. You might have this visibility wound. You might have a fear of being judged. And those things are going to happen. And those things will feel like it's preventing you from actually doing the thing that you want to do. But the moment you expose yourself to that action, then all of a sudden, all those wounds and triggers and trauma that everybody told you had, once you expose yourself to the end result before you're ready, all of a sudden, all those wounds, those mother wounds, those abandonment wounds, the visibility wounds, all those things that they tell you, that if you pay them $20,000 and they'll get rid of it, just expose yourself to it. That's free. That's free. I'm telling you, y'all, it's just that simple. I wish I could overcomplicate this. I wish I could. I wish I can run up the clock. I wish I could, but as simple as that, y'all. You just do it. Oh, but I don't know. You put on your makeup, you do your hair. I can't do that. I don't know how you do that. You just do it. Just say that you're not serious. That'll be easier. Just say that, you know what? I just need something to talk about. You know what? I don't really want to do it for real. You know what? I just need to keep saying that these things are in the way because I'm actually afraid and I don't want to do it. So I'm just going to keep saying that all these things are in the way, and I'm going to keep paying everybody to figure out why. And I know the answer why. I'm just afraid. Just say that. Because once you can be honest with yourself, then you can understand what's really in the way, because what you think is in the way is not in the way. You're in the way of yourself. So how do you get out of your way? You expose yourself to the end result. Quantum leap. Because you think that it's going to take you 10 years to get there, but the 10 years was really the fear. The 8 years was just the fear. Talking about it, calling this person, calling that person. Hey, what you think? What you think? When you already know what you think, you already know what you want. You want it. Go for it. Live from the end. Live from the end. Pretend. Prepare to tend to the thing that you're already going to receive anyway. Pretend from the end. Okay? So if you want that thing, you're hungry for that thing. You can clearly see that thing in your dreams. You can see it in your visions. You can hear it. You see signs of it all the time. Then that's just evidence that your spirit team, your guides, things in the unseen world, they're helping you. They're telling you. They're putting all these things in front of your face and saying, you can do it. They're screaming at you and saying, girl, I can tell you've been crying and you need somebody to talk to. Girl, I've been putting all these things in your reality and you just still won't even jump and do it. Girl, we even came in your dreams and your visions and we told you these things and you still won't do it. Girl. So that's why you feel like, even when you know that you're supposed to pursue these things and you feel like life is just crashing down for you, it's because your spirit team is saying, girl, you don't have to be hiding. We got you. That's what your spirit team is telling you. You don't have to be hiding. We got you. We are everywhere waiting for you to jump. We're just waiting for you to get over that fear, girl. Because the only way for you to do that thing is to do it scared. Do it. So how do you stay consistent? How do you stay disciplined? You just start. You're not ready, don't matter. I can't even tell you, y'all. When I recorded my first video, I promise you on TikTok, it took me all day because I kept saying, But I said, you know what? I'm going to lock myself in this room. I got up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I said, I don't care what excuse I come up with. I'm not leaving this room until this video is done. And sometimes you have to trick yourself and do these things to reparent yourself in the way that you feel like you need in your language. If you feel like that's the type of parent that you need in that moment, then you transition to the parent that you need and you talk to yourself the way that you would talk to a child. And you say, listen, I don't care what you think. I'm going to lock you in this room right now, even though you should do that to children, y'all. I'm not saying do that to children. This is for adults. Tell yourself this. So sometimes you have to say, I'm going to lock you in that room for 12 hours and you're not leaving this room until it's done. And that's what I told myself. I said, I'm not leaving this room until this video done. I don't really know what to do. I don't know how to do it. I don't know what I'm going to say, but I'm going to say something. And I sat in that room all day and it took me all day to learn how to edit, record, speak clearly, all these things. And by the end of the day, it took me 12 hours to do one video on TikTok. 12 hours. 12. And I said, you know what? I don't care because this is something that I want to do. And I got paid $0 to do that. $0 to do it. But I was determined to stay consistent. I was determined to be disciplined every single day. I've been posting on social media every single day, every day, just to see who I can become through the discipline, just to see who I can become through the consistency, just to see what I can learn about myself, just to see what will be revealed about myself throughout this process. So sometimes we're overthinking this thing because we think that the end goal is to get this big thing at the end, but the end goal is to see yourself getting the thing, pursuing the thing on your journey, your personal legend. You're supposed to experience yourself, witness yourself going through the journey. But if you are afraid to start, if you keep saying, I can't, I don't know how, you want to pay all these people thousands of dollars to learn how to get started when you're just supposed to start. And you learn about yourself in the process. That's all you're doing. You're learning about yourself in the process. You're learning about yourself in the process. You're witnessing yourself in the process, having fun, going through these emotions, figuring out the solutions, having this problem, getting over that, experiencing new joy, meeting new people, seeing yourself through the experience, seeing yourself through the new people that's going to come in your experience because of this thing. And you're missing out on all that because you're saying what? That person from the third grade is going to judge you when they don't even care. Why are you stopping yourself? Why are you stopping yourself? Why? So I want you to understand today that the only way to get started and stay disciplined and stay consistent is to get started. It's just simple as that, y'all. So I hope that something that I said here today is going to help you on your journey. And I hope that after you watch this video, you'll start. You'll start. Even if it's bad, you'll start. So thank you for watching today. I'll see you next time.